Does it have anything to do with kissing? Willow, grow up. Not everything's about kissing. Yeah, some stuff's about groping. It wasn't about groping. Okay, hormones on parade here. It was pure shop talk. Remember vampires, pointy teeth, they walk by night? Am I right about that? What did he say? Something's up. Nothing, okay. Oh, hey, did you guys hear that Chivo Amato's going to be at the Bronze tonight? Chivo Amato, they're playing? No, Will, they're going to be clog dancing. Chivo Amato can clog dance? Oh, sarcasm, right? We should attend, no? Oh, look, it's the Three Musketeers. Is that Vincent? Kind of like March. The Three Musketeers were cool. I see your point. I would have gone with Stooges. Well, I just meant that you guys always hang out together. So, do you guys invite me to Venus this summer? Yes, personal Venus. Such as lust and drift. I would have to go with Stooges also. What are you guys talking about? I'm talking about big, squiggly demons that came from the ground. Remember? Rock night? With all the vampires. Yeah, your mouth is open. Sound is coming from it. This is not good. See, we can't mention stuff. But it means you haven't been talking about our little adventure on summer, have you? Hey, you're nice. You think I'd tell you that I spent a whole evening with you? Besides, it's also creepy that I mastered it by screaming funny mental. So, your secret's are different. Oh, that was all right. You weren't to know that I was there. I was the only one. That was good. No, it's true. Hello, welcome to Mystic Moons. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Moons, on an adventure. There's so many secrets. So many secrets. Do you ever realize how many secrets there may be? Secrets become, it's funny about secrets. If you're not told the truth, they quickly become lies. Lies and unsaid, and stories, fables. Mystic Moons is going to cleanse the air. Cleanse the air of the restrictions that we all are being kept under. It's amazing though when you think about all the... Hello. Hello, Ryan. How are you? Are you being kept in the dark? Mysteries? What time? What time are the secrets being told? No. The secrets. Lately we've been getting drips and dribbles of realities. Maybe our true realities. Once you start opening the gate, who is cracked. You got to open it all the way. And that's where we go to our spirits. The spirits. Let's open up the curses, the spells. Let's cleanse the air with the dragon blood, sage. Removing everything that stands in our way. Everything.
course, we can't remove everything because, not all at once, but we can certainly find out where the set of keys lie. Hello. Yes. Oh no, this is not a tinfoil man. This is an actual spirit effigy. I saw this spirit about a year plus ago. This is made out of glass. This is glass. And it is moving glass. It's slow motion. When you see something slow motion, you see one, like move a finger and you see 7 or 8 fingers. It's like that. That's the feeling of this. I have a bigger one too, but it's a spirit, it's an entity. Uh, and it was a good one. It was a good spirit too. It's not a malevolent spirit. It's not evil. No. In fact, its joy kind of scared me a bit. It was so happy when I saw it. I went, oh, I was transfixed for a moment. No, longer than a moment. When it was getting too close to me, I had to go inside and pretend that it wasn't out there. But ever since that time that I saw that spirit, it stayed in my mind. Of course, you don't see spirits every day. No one does. Even when you look for spirits. Yes. Well, what secrets do you think that you're being kept from you? A secret admirer? A secret crush? A secret, a secret stare? I don't mean gossip. I mean a real secret. A secret that who you will be a week from now, a month from now. Do you hear? I'm sure you have. Off the coast of Florida in the United States, there's a mothership, South Florida. South Florida is a peculiar place. I lived there for many years. It's a strange place. It's beautiful, but weird. Anyway, the orbs, huge orbs, have been coming around from the ocean to the beach in South Florida. Not the tip, more like almost to the center, but not quite to the center. Delray Beach. But everything's quiet about it. A little talk about it, but for the most part, nobody talks about the drones anymore. They're just talking about tariffs and war and stuff like that. But all of a sudden, no one's really talking about space aliens or advanced technology. I mean, other than the usual AI stuff. But that's just oversaturated. But however, we're not here to talk about technology. We're here to talk about secrets. Secrets. Yes, I did see the rocket launches. I know, but why did it take 9 months? Those people were guinea pigs. Don't you think those astronauts were guinea pigs? I mean, even the fact that technology has been around for probably more than 100 years. I mean, you even take during J.F. Kennedy before he was, the release today or yesterday about his papers, the JFK files. John F. Kennedy, I think he was the 35th president, assassinated in the 60s. They even said that he was informed of a captured orb, a captured spaceship. And of course, we know about in the 1800s, there were many, many sightings, many, many things. And we keep on acting like, oh, look at that. Well, even if you go back and you see the Garden of Eden, and you honestly don't think that Eve is always the woman's fault, but get beyond that. She wasn't talking to a garden snake. What was she talking to? They said snake, or maybe the translation could have been reptilian, of the reptile. You don't know, because they kind of like, drip, drip, drip information. Why? Because maybe the majority of us maybe go, oh my goodness, human beings aren't the center. And we know we're not the center of the cosmic order. No way. We're part of it, but we're not the center. Even though some people think they're the center. Let's just release all our mind control. Let's release ourselves and be free to think, free to wonder. I also read something today. The one thing about chimes, they have a unique effect on certain entities, certain beings. And when you think about how you take Europe, right? Take Europe. There used to be bells everywhere in the United States too. Bells, bells, bells. I mean, huge bells, not the size of tiny little bells. But in every church, in many, many places, town halls, they had bells. And you know why you think, oh, it's just a noise? But no, it's more than, it's a sound frequency. Hear that. See how it goes in your brain? Some beings can't stand, like demons, reptilians. They can't stand this sound. Why? Because it dispels their fear, or their lower energies that they love to be in. And it also brings the good ones around, the good spirits. Now, well, now does anyone, these are tinctures. Yes, that's true. But they're there for a reason. They're there to protect. They're there to dispel. They're there to cast away the negative and bring in the harmony. I guess that's why there's so many different tunes the way it echoes and goes through your brain, sound. I guess it's the same thing, like, excuse me. I guess it's the same thing in terms of like a candle flame, right? A candle flame. Right now it's a singular flame burning. And of course, it's a whole lot different if it was a barn on fire, a tower on fire, but this is a single meditative flicker of light. It just depends how you use these things, right? You could say that. I could say that. You could think that. We could all think that. It's how you use something. So, how is the atmosphere? Well, what do you think about things? So, how is everyone today? Hi, Peanut. Peanut. JY. How are you doing? Do you have some secret you'd like to know? Secret you like to ask? Wonderment? Well, the first thing we can ask, let's just take a general thing. Now I'm very curious. We seem to be going up the UFO thing. call it what you like. UAPs, UFOs. I just called it UAPs just to give it like more, just to take more time. If you call something a different name, then the people have to get used to the different name. But let's go for the UFOs. Space aliens. Or is there, let's ask, Spirit, is there a mothership off the coast of South Florida? I'm going to go to South Florida soon before the hot season comes. I'm going to see, I'm not going to Del, maybe I might go to Delray and take a look at myself and see if there are orbs or mothership. South Florida is very strange too, because they say that there are ruins of ancient Atlantis there near Cuba. And of course, there's the Bermuda Triangle. That's always been a strange spot. A lot of these things you hear gossip, you hear stories about. What if there's some truth to it? There's, of course, the cliche, where there's smoke, there's fire. And, they're just like tickling us with, oh, there are UFOs. Oh, there are other beings. Of course, everyone's heard about the Palladiums? No, I'm saying it wrong. Palladiums. And of course, the tall whites, the grays, the little grays, the bio, the half human, half bio and half mechanical little grays, the tall grays. And of course, we've already have heard about the Dracs, the reptilians. And of course, there's many, many types, and just in those 4 little categories. And of course, there's the insects. Insects are definitely doing something. They are. Because even if you look at an insect too, they're too ornate. They're too animated. Of course, they're little, but that doesn't matter. Size doesn't matter. Does it? So they say. But I must admit, a little spider is a lot easier to take than gargantua, a huge spider. So I'll let that one lie. Now, is there a mothership? Let's see. What is this thing people are saying? Mothership on the south of Florida. Let's just see. Take a few cards and we'll see. Mothership. Is there a mothership, Spirit? Tell me. Is there a mothership in South Florida? Off the coast, in the ocean. It's not sitting on the beach like, ha. No, not at all. Now, let's see. What does this one say to me? This one says something to me too. All right, let's see. What does this say? First of all, I think we're all going to turn them around because I don't want to deal with inverted cards. Don't like to. All right. Well, 5 of Pentacles. No, the Page of Pentacles. Well, the idea's out there, that's for sure. Mothership off the coast of Florida. It could be hitting upon something. And this is the 7 of Wands. They don't want the information to get there, maybe because of the real estate value would go down. Maybe the people would be, maybe it could be a ploy for spring break. Or could it be they don't want anyone to know? Kind of a possessiveness. It's like something that, what country would not come to South Florida to see a mothership? Of course, there's motherships elsewhere too. And then we have the 10 of Swords. Perhaps that's not really good news to get out. Look at this so far. We have the Page of Pentacles. Some kind of earth announcement, study. And then we have something that is a very hot topic, and it is to be challenged, not to be discussed. And then we have the 10 of Swords. Maybe that could show us the masses, too much information about what's really going on. Possible. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Well, it doesn't particularly seem they want to make an official announcement, but they can't keep it quiet either. Well, and then we have the Knight of Cups. It's almost like saying all the vitality of the vitality of the emotional state of the humans would be severely impacted. I mean, in other words, they can't go. Things are made according to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a plan, and this suppression of this fact or reality is definitely not something that is advantageous to the plan. What we're getting, drips and dribbles. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is working hard to prepare. Let me see something here. What do we have? This, the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Now, what we use these cards. See, why do we have the Knight of Cups? Is this something that's good for us? Doesn't seem like it. When we have the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Cups. Let's take this card. What is this Knight of Cups? I'm just going to clarify it a bit. Knight of Cups. Okay, this one. So we have the Three of Wands, and we also have the Hermit. Well, the Three of Wands, this is an opportunity not for everybody, but for only some. And this is behind the Knight of Cups. In other words, the directive was given by a soul entity to keep, or the most uppermost secret entity, to keep this quiet and keep the information for themselves. In other words, this is not to be dispelled among you and I. So we have to say that it's been, there's something on this coast of Florida. Obviously there is. Is it a mothership? There's some kind of vessel, either it's a high-tech U.S. advanced they didn't show us for the past 50 years, 60 years, 100 years. In other words, again, the separation of those in the know and those that can't find out. However, we all have trust your eyes and trust your ears. Because if you saw it, you saw it. Nation is the reason why they don't want the word out. And if it's by the coast of Florida, it's elsewhere too. In other parts of the world, we're not the only ones that have these orbs, these sightings. No, we're not.
We just have to think. Where are they taking them?
Well, so we can basically say there's something very suspicious going on here. And they're trying to suppress, and at the same time, just kind of, it's like squeezing out a tube of toothpaste. You're not going to put it out all at once. However, it is a contentious subject among many people, not among those who really realize the cosmic order and are not mind controlled or brainwashed into thinking that pyramids are tombs for dead people. And what else? Oh, there's so many stories. It's a bit tiresome to hear all these stories that there's something more to it. That's why there must be so much mental illness around or problems, because people realize they've been told falsehoods and stories and they're just dying for the truth. And how can they get the truth? Well, you can get in tune with your psychic realities. That's the only way you're going to find out any information in a timely manner. The time they tell you something, you'll be old and maybe you'll have Alzheimer's or something, which they're promoting. Between the pharmaceutical business of just, you got this problem and that problem, what else do they have? And then the news of be afraid, be afraid. Where do we go as people? We go to our inner selves. We go to our complete selves. We go to the spirits. The spirits have always been there. And they tell messages for those who care to listen. Now, is anyone out there who would like to take a dive? Who would like to find out secrets? Secrets revealed, a secret concerning you. Or are you, or you want to share a secret? Let's see, a secret. These secrets are like, are they good secrets or are they bad secrets? You would almost say, why would a secret be good if it's a secret? Well, that's a good question. Or maybe some people just like to hoard knowledge. They like to hoard the reality. Are you living around hoarders? People always think of hoarders. We've been programmed to think of somebody who collects a lot of junk, can never throw a trash can, a bottle, or a paper bag outside. Or they have clothes and they have things, or they have animals, mice, parrots, cats, dogs. But hoarders are people that keep the knowledge from you and I. Because, gee, if everybody knew this, how easy life would be. Even like free energy, oh, that could never come out because profit, control. It's even like when you, first of all, had a computer, things became easier. Then they put this in your face, that in your face, this, and that. And now the current thing is making you think that, well, if you have everything done by AI, you'll have what? Stupidness? Freedom? No. You'll have everything better. Nah, you won't have everything better. What they're gaming for is to keep the control of people, huge amounts of people, in the hands of a few. It's always that. I think that's the bane of the human race, wanting to control realities. Instead of just living your life, your best life, no. The people are hoarding information so they can have the switch, off and on switch of you, and watch you. It's very strange, isn't it? Maybe do you think that's something that we've been programmed to do? Could be. It could be. It could be something that somebody's watching us. And who is watching us? We do this a lot at Mystic Moons. Who's watching you? And it all comes down to, is it a human? Maybe that's the secret of who is watching you. Who is watching? Now, let's get into it. Who is watching you? The secrets. They used to say you had to be really, really brilliant to know anything, but that's not really it. What you have to do is to be adventurous. You have to be brave. You have to have curiosity. Curiosity. Right away, there's a little cliche, but that's irrelevant. Curiosity is the gift of life, is the gift of humans. And why shouldn't we be curious? Why do people keep information from us? Why? Are they afraid of losing power? I think so. And why do we have so much distraction? Why do we have people that get elected to office? I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to find out the secret of this, this, and that. And then they go in there and you wait. You wait. And you go, yeah, yeah, tell us, tell us. Tell us what the drones in New Jersey are. Tell us what the drones in California are. New York. And then silence. Silence. Quiet. That doesn't seem fair, does it? No. Tell us, that's why people can't say to someone, I love you, I want you, I really care about you. How could we get into our true feelings towards each other when we can't even tell someone, even casually next to us, do you see that? Do you see this? And they go, oh, no, 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 I'm going to stay in my lane. Can you imagine actually saying to somebody when you ask them something, matter of fact, oh, that's not my business, that I'm going to stay in my lane. I shouldn't ask questions like that. And then you see, so trained, so trained, so happy for that little rice bowl, that little sandwich. They'll keep quiet. It's almost stupid, isn't it? When there's the heavens, the stars at night, the blue skies, blue clouds. Yes, there are blue clouds. There are. I mean, why does it rain? Why does it do anything? Why does the sun shine? All these questions. Yes, you can say because the planet, we live on a planet, a weird shaped ball that goes around and around. But there's more to it than that. Time is a mystery. It's always fascinated everyone. Is there a time to love? A time to get a good job? A time to live like a human being? A time to. Why do some people live better than other people? You can ask yourself. Why can't. And then you ask, why was someone born rich and why was someone born poor? Why was someone born seemingly stupid and somebody born seemingly smart? All these questions. And then you think about the person that stands tall and then the person that stands bent. Who's bending whom and who's building whom? And then you think about, well, gee, you see these organizations that by simply birthright or by friends, they get to go to the top positions of the company. And you don't seem to go as far as they can go. And you say, well, this is just my lot in life. This is who we are. All these types of like settling and conditions. Do you know what your place is anywhere? The place is under the sun, under the moon, in the heavens, gazing at the stars, awaiting, awaiting your time, your place, your shine, your spirits, your spirit guides. What are your spirit guides? What are your spirit guides? And what can you find in the heavens for you? Maybe that's why they don't give. Well, they do now. Certain places give out telescopes. You can rent them, but other places, no. And even if you think about a lot of leaders being in their 60s and 70s and 80s, they matured in an era, especially in the United States, where there was no concept whatsoever of the multiverse, trillions of planets and billions of galaxies, or millions of galaxies and billions of planets. No, there were only 9 little planets. That's all. You weren't even told why they were called planets. You were simply said, you thought, okay, so these are heavenly bodies. So at least you got that part, heaven, the heavens. But, and then they were taught to communicate with stupid little phrases. See Spot run. Can Spot run? Spot can run, run, run. And then over and over again, instead of having an inquisitive, growing, reaching mind, of putting a telescope in someone's hands at a young age. We have, and they say, oh, well, a child can't comprehend. Oh, that is such blarney. That is really like a lot of BS. Who are you, just because you have matured, to say what a child can and cannot? The brain of a new brain can comprehend quite a bit. I mean, they're beginning to realize they've made a muck of educating, growing young minds, but a lot of the damage is already done. However, it could be relieved with acknowledging and seeking new spaces, new dimensions, acknowledging that we are. Look up, look, see this, see that. Watch the nature, watch the heavens, watch the skies. And I don't mean looking at those damn chemtrails going zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. That is so sick. It's rather sick. Between the chemtrails, the GMO mosquitoes, Lyme disease, the ticks, all failures. For what purpose? That's what you have to think, like, who's running the show here? That's the big secret. Who's actually running this show? Is it humanity or something else? How can you even start a future with someone without even questioning, is it human? It's human to love. It's human to want to be vibrant, to be alive, to be industrious. It's human. Don't let anybody ever put you into their little tiny walnut shell that they feel comfortable seeing you in. No. Build yourself up. Open up your psychic energy. Open up yourself to someone else. Open up yourself to a new career. Open yourself up to the possibilities of your secret self. What is secret self? Can your secret self, do you see yourself as you are today in the mirror? Or do you see your secret self, the secret self you wish to untap, open up, be? You know, all things are possible with spirit and heart and mind and the energies of the universe. It's all possible. Open up. and find your real self. Rid yourself of the secrets. Find out what your destiny is. Get rid of all the curses and spells, stumbling blocks. Be brave.
I have to say though, I'm also very excited for our front row seat to the amazing entertainers we have for you throughout the show. Coming up, we've got Catchy. And Brad Paisley will join us with one of his amazing songs. This is country music. But before we get to that, I know you have an inspirational story you want to share.
That's right, Scott. Our first story is an unbelievable tale of hope, transformation, and what can happen when a family finds their extended family of nurses, doctors, and support staff at Shriners Hospitals for Children. It's truly amazing, and as you'll see, is the reason why so many kids call Shriners Hospitals for Children their second home.
Yes, when you think about all the things in life to do, how are you going to get that new job? How are you going to get? It's not a question of just getting a job. It's like even in the midst of slow down economies and chaos, or chaos is energy change. We're right in a period of change, and we have to navigate where we want to go with this change. I mean, that's where all the change. That's where all the emotion is about. Some people want to be in control. Some people don't want to be controlled, and you can't blame anybody for not wanting to be controlled. And then you think about how are you going to live, eat, grow a family, live a life, and what kind of life is there? You have to admit certain countries they become poor, certain countries become rich. And then how can we survive, let's say, the transitions? Things keep changing and changing and changing. And that's one thing that's human is change. Now we have to put your heart, your spirit, and your beliefs. That's what it's all about. The energy that you can generate, the energy that you can make. And it also means contacting the other forces around you. Humans are not alone. We're not alone. Not alone at all. And accepting that obvious reality that we're not alone is the cycle of success, is the wheel of success. Now, of course, there's going to be many people that are going to put, things in between your path, in between your destiny. Like, what is your destiny? Well, I guess it's kind of late now on the East Coast. No, it is. I just felt there was someone out there who wanted to reach out. So I thought I'd come online and see if I can help a special person. Yeah.
children who need it the most. And it's all possible because someone like you said yes to picking up the phone online. It's as simple as calling the special number on your screen or going to loveshriners.org right now to give. I give because when I see a child smile, I smile.
Thank you for giving. You don't feel bad.
Because of you.
I can do things I never thought were possible.
Giving just $19 a month, you be sending your love to the rescue too. Just call the number on your screen or go online right now to loveshriners.org.
Your support today helps kids all over get the wraparound treatment and care they need now and into the future.
Thank you. Thank you. Gracias. Thank you for giving.
Call this special number or go online to loveshriners.org to give. Thank you so much for donating.
Every dollar makes a difference, and every gift changes a life. Now, it's time to go backstage at the Grand Ole Opry, once again with our friend Zodiac. He tells me there's another great performer about to start.
You got that right. We've got a special treat for all of our new friends and family watching at home. In just a moment, our first musical performer is taking the stage. So if you're still thinking about calling or going online to give, do it right now. And they'll provide you with the inspiration you need to make a difference in the life of one of
On
your
that note, I will leave it.
Let's go to the stage.
Until the next time.